Welcome back to Jules Math Tools, where math is made easy. In this session, we are dividing an improper fraction by a mixed number. And if you already see how this is done, let's get started. So in our example today, we are calculating the quotient of our mixed number being divided into an improper fraction. And as always, remember that when you're dividing a mixed number, your first step is always going to be to change that mixed number into its improper fraction form. And remember that if you do not know how to do that, feel free to pause the video, go back and learn how to do this simple step. And then you can always unpause the video and join us as we go through our calculations. So now that we have converted our mixed fraction into its improper fraction form, we are going to plug that back into the question first before we even apply our steps for dividing our fractions. Remember that this step is done first. So now that we have done that, we're now going to go through our steps for dividing fraction, which tells us to keep our first fraction the same, change my division into multiplication, and then I'm going to flip or take the reciprocal of my second fraction. This means that my denominator of 8 will move to my numerator. My numerator of 25 will go to my denominator. So now that we have applied our reciprocal, we're now going to go through our multiplication. And for our multiplication, I will do that at the side as well in case there's any persons that are struggling with their multiplication. We want to make sure that you're able to follow along as well. So we're multiplying our numerators of 8 and 23. So 8 will multiply by 3, which will be 24. We'll carry our 2. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 2 will be 18. So we have 184 in our numerator. And we're now going to begin multiplying our denominators. And we have 10 being multiplied to 25. So 5 times 0 will be 0. 5 times 1 will equal to 5. We'll add in a 0. 2 times 0 will equal to 0. And 2 times 1 will equal to 2. Let's add those numbers together. And this will give us 250. And of course, in looking at our fraction, you do realize that these numbers are not in their lowest term, which means that we can divide these numbers, and we're going to be dividing them by a common factor that both of these numbers have in common. They are both even numbers, and we know that even numbers ends with R 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. And since both can be divided by 2, we will take that step and divide our numbers. So when we divide 184 by 2, this will equal to 92. And when 250 is divided by 2, this will equal to 125. So now that our fraction is in its simplest form of 92 125th, we are going to stop there. And remember, as always, you have to practice to develop your skills. So you need to know how to change mixed fractions into improper and even how to simplify your fractions after multiplication. But of course, you know that there is a part 2 for this video coming because there is a simpler way we could have worked through this question instead of multiplying all of these larger numbers. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And as always, this is Jules Math Tools, where the goal is to make math easy.